Welcome to the Beyond the Mind podcast, where we ask not what's in your head, but what your head is in.
Prepare to be inspired. Inspired to change your environment, change your mindset, and ultimately change your life. Willpower doesn't work, people. If you truly want to move away from stress and anxiety, you have to start with your environment. So let's go. Let's apply some positive change into your world.
Happiness is loading. Welcome to the Beyond the Mind podcast.
Hello, I'm Iain Highfield, and I am here trying to get better at this podcasting thing. I hope today's episode is better than the last one, but not as good as the next. Now, let's just jump straight into it. Let's talk body confidence. How do you get to the point where you feel comfortable in your own body? We are not talking Zac Efron six-pack. We are not talking Arnold Schwarzenegger muscles. We are not talking Baywatch bikini body. None of that. We are going to talk about the average person feeling empowered, feeling comfortable, feeling good in their own skin. How do they achieve that? Well, if you listened to the intro, the answer is there. Ask not what's in your head, but what your head is in. Because willpower doesn't work. So what do we mean by that? Well, if in your mind, you keep telling yourself, I'm going to lose weight, I want to lose weight, I'm going to go to the gym, don't eat the ice cream in the freezer, don't eat pizza, that doesn't work. Eventually, willpower will fail you. What works is the environment, what your head is in, what is surrounding you. If you want to get fit, if you want to get healthy, if you want body confidence, if you want to feel amazing in your own skin, if you want to feel great in your clothes, if you want to get rid of those tendencies where you breathe in and you're just feeling uncomfortable, if you want to move away from the discomfort and frustration of not enjoying your own body, change your environment. I promise people, it's the only way that you will gain the body confidence that not only you desire, but that you deserve as a human being. Your body is your vessel. If you don't feel comfortable in it, it is going to impact so many areas of your life. So, as on this podcast, I'm just really an average person that is moving through life, that is happy chasing their goals and dreams. And over the last 3 years, I've lost around 30 to 35 pounds. And I want to take you on that journey. How did I do that? Well, quite simply, I did what I've just been talking about for the last 3 minutes and 35 seconds, whatever it's been. I changed my environment. When I moved from Florida to Georgia to start my own business, I joined a CrossFit gym. I met a coach called Nixon who was going to show me around the CrossFit gym. And on meeting him, he shared his story. He was 41, 42 years old. He'd been doing CrossFit for 7 years. And his journey, everything he said was very inspiring to me. So already my environment is changing because I'm stood next to someone who is telling me they've been out of shape, they've been unhappy with their body, they weren't strong, they didn't feel empowered by it. They made these changes, they made a commitment to coming to this class, and it changed their life. Now, I'm then exposed, after meeting Jimmy, I'm exposed to other members of the gym, and I join and I start doing classes. And what do I see? I see 35, 45, 50-year-old women that have had 2, 3, 4 kids that work full-time jobs doing handstand push-ups, lifting weight, Olympic lifting, running, sprinting, pushing their body and their mind to its limits. And I'm ending up idolizing these people. It was a phenomenal environment for me to be exposed to, because I started to change my behaviors in line with what I was seeing around me, with what I was exposed to every day. The owners of the gym, Brandon and Jess Phillips, they had both competed in the CrossFit Games, and they were there to help. They were there to inspire me. And this is so different to any of the chain gyms that I had been to, that I had visited, that I'd been around. It was an absolute contagious environment. And there's a joke that when you join CrossFit, you can't go into a room and not talk about CrossFit for 2 minutes. And they're right, because they form a community, they form different values, they form a culture, a way of exercising and encouraging no matter what your ability. There are those misconceptions, and I can hear people saying them now. You get injured if you do CrossFit and it's only for fit people, and that is absolutely not the case. Since I've been doing it, my mobility, flexibility, everything, as well as strength, speed, stamina, confidence, mental state, sleep, everything has improved. And that is literally down to, number one, the environment that the CrossFit community breed, and number two, the environment that Jess Phillips, Brandon Phillips, and Jimmy Nixon and the other instructors at CrossFit Bound were creating. So I became a part of that culture. It was a part of my environment, and I thrived. And then, more recently, what happened? They had to close the gym down because of the coronavirus. We couldn't go to the gym because obviously the social distancing, the risk of catching the coronavirus, etc., being put on lockdown. It finally came to Georgia, and I couldn't go to the gym. And I lost that environment. I literally lost that environment, and I didn't work out. I didn't work out for, I think, 9 days. And I reflected on this, and I wanted to start working out, but I didn't, and I didn't commit. And then I actually rang Brandon, the owner of the gym, and I said, listen, dude, something needs to change. I haven't worked out. Can I come to the gym and speak to you? I went to the gym. I had a 30-minute conversation with him. I hired a barbell. I hired some weights, and he put on a challenge, a 5,000 push-up challenge. And since then, I have exercised, I have pushed myself, and I have been getting back on track with my fitness goals. Not because of willpower, because I changed my environment. I went to see Brandon, I took action. I got a barbell and some weights, I took action. I entered a challenge, and on the Facebook group, I said, hey guys, I haven't been working out. Please, if you don't hear from me, if you don't see my posts, please ask me if I'm doing the push-ups. Please hold me accountable. So it's not necessarily willpower that's putting me into this. It's me putting it out there, saying I'm committing to this, putting myself, although I'm not in the environment, I'm still speaking out in the community through social media. I'm still involved. I'm still on a daily basis feeling part of the values, feeling part of the energy of the gym, because I took some action. And it got me thinking, man, I was pretty average when I joined the gym, probably below average fitness. I think I was up at 24% body fat, and I'm now down to around about 15 and a half, 16. Like I said, I've lost 30 to 35 pounds, and I still enjoy a drink. I still enjoy treats when I eat. You know, I'm living a normal life. I'm just exposed to this environment and this community that demands a little bit more, and that creates more energy, creates more of a family feel, creates more inspiration and motivation than your standard gym would. So I joined this community, I get these results, the coronavirus comes, I kind of fall out, and I put myself back. I took action and I put myself back into this community. Even though it's remotely, I put myself back into it, and I'm feeling really good about my fitness, even though that the gym is closed. And it got me thinking, I wonder if through the power of podcasting, if I could help other people do what Brandon and Jess and the CrossFit Bound community and Jimmy did for me. So I actually rung a couple of my friends and suggested, hey, do you think we could put a challenge together, a monthly challenge? And most of them have said, yeah, I think we can do it. So in true Beyond the Mind fashion, I'm not going to tell you, hey, go join a CrossFit gym. I'm not going to tell you, hey, go join this or commit to this or do this. What I am going to suggest, if you truly want to move away from the frustrations that you have with your body, if you want to be comfortable in your clothes, if you want to be comfortable in your own skin, if you want to feel proud to walk around with your shoulders pinned back, that you look good, if you want to get the mental benefits from having this extra energy and feeling in your body that comes with exercise and being leaner and stronger, if you want that, then consider joining a challenge. And it doesn't have to be with myself or my friends, but it can be. So I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to do a Beyond the Mind challenge. And what I'm actually going to do is, and again, I got to stress, this is because of my journey. I was 25% body fat. I'm an average guy. I was launching my own business, and I just got involved in this environment that motivated me to be better. And that's what I want for you. That's what I want for the people that are listening. That's the goal of this podcast, to create positive change through changing your environment. Change your environment to change your mindset, to change your life. So I'm going to challenge the following people to change their environment with me for the month of May. So we have time to do this. I'm going to shout them all out as well on Instagram. I'm going to leverage my coaching Instagram that has over 10,000 followers to invite other people to join. But I want to create some positive change through helping people hit their fitness goals, not through swipe up and get this six-pack in 30 days, not through a 30-day shred, not through anything like that. Through becoming part of a community where average people who work, who have other things going on in their life, who like to maybe have a wine or a beer on an evening, talk fitness and try and pull the best out of each other. So that is what this is going to be. So the first person I'm going to invite is an ex-professional golfer and an options trader extraordinaire. His name is Jared Steiger, and we've spoken about this. And I'm sure he will be sharing this podcast with some of his friends to challenge them. The next person, my good friend from Nottingham, England, Scotty Levers, aka Butterbean, aka Tyson Fury's love child. I'm then also going to invite Tim Conway. Now, Tim is a friend of mine through golf coaching. He studied some of my effective practice education, and as I got to know Tim, I started to follow his fitness journey. He is a golf coach, a husband, a father, and recently weight loss extraordinaire. And again, he's done this through CrossFit. So if you doubt or worry or fear that you can't do CrossFit, or if you worry about joining this challenge because you don't want to fail, or if you feel like, man, these guys are fit, these guys are strong, check myself out, check out Jared, check out Scott, check out Tim, follow us online. I'll give the Instagram handles. You'll see we are just normal. We're just normal people. We're not superhuman. We're not athletes. We're not ripped. We're just trying to be better. And that's what this challenge is about. So, as well as those guys, I'd like to also invite Gavin Flo. Gavin is an educator and a motivational speaker that I know. I follow him online, and he does some awesome stuff with CrossFit. Gavin actually might be fit and might have a six-pack, so we might have to exclude him from this event because he might be the fittest by a long way. I also want to include the non-self-proclaimed world's greatest dad, Zach Parker, and then a few of my friends back home that could definitely do with whipping into shape. MD Scothorn, who is a retired beekeeper. My friend Barry Doft, he is often mistaken for Gary Toft, but his real name is Barry Doft. And then I also want to invite Mr. Lumiere, the ex-calisthenics king of Kirkstall Road, Peter Twine. So I have singled each and every one of you out because, you know, no offense, we're all pretty average when it comes to fitness, except Gavin. And we are going to try and build a community where people who have been maybe where I was 3 years ago, or maybe where some of these guys are now, can join. And through the month of May, we can work towards being more comfortable, being fitter, and being stronger in our bodies. And let's face it, guys, we're on lockdown. So we can't go to the gym. Gyms are closed. We have more time on our hands than we've ever had. One of the people on this list has told me they're getting a suntan from going to the fridge so much. The light in the refrigerator is giving them a suntan. So if they're going to the fridge that much, again, we don't have the discipline. We don't have the willpower to not do that. If the snacks are in the fridge, you're going to go there, you're going to eat them. If diet is something you want to do, get the snacks out the fridge. If you're quite happy snacking, but you want to feel fitter, you want to feel stronger, join this little mini community and let's go. And everyone can have a different challenge. All this is about inspiring each other to be better, to create positivity through changing our environment. This will change our environment because we will be accountable. We will be accountable by communicating on social media. I'll host a webinar and I'll even get some guests onto the show. These guests will be super fit. They are not allowed to take part in the challenge. What they will be doing, they'll be giving us advice. So I'm going to invite Brandon Phillips, the owner of CrossFit Bound, to come onto the podcast with me and give us some advice. And I'm going to invite my friends Jacko and Tim from the School of Calisthenics. Two awesome guys that just run an incredible business that actually has also helped me achieve my fitness goals. But again, let's be honest. If you cannot commit to this community at this time, when we're on lockdown, when we've never ever had so much time on our hands, if you can find excuses to not exercise now, then you're probably always going to find those excuses and you're always going to feel the frustration that you're feeling right now. So jump in, let's create some positive change. If you are tagged on social media in this podcast and you have managed to listen to it for the whole 19 minutes that I've rambled on, good for you. I appreciate you. Please share this with someone else, tag them in it, get them to share it, and let's build this community where we can help average people move from frustration to fulfillment through being part of something that's bigger than themselves, through changing their environment, to change their mindset, to change their life. I will keep you updated on this idea through social media. So follow Beyond the Mind on Facebook. You can also follow Beyond the Mind on YouTube. And my main business that I will leverage, one of my performance businesses that I will leverage to get more of a following, is Game L Training. So Game L Training will do some shout outs. We have over 10,000 followers on that platform. So hopefully we can grow it. And I am considering this. I am considering in the month of May trying to run 100 miles, trying to do 5,000 push-ups, 5,000 sit-ups, and 5,000 air squats. So that's 100 miles run, 5,000 push-ups, 5,000 sit-ups, 5,000 air squats. That would have been inconceivable for me 3 years ago. So if you're where I was 3 years ago, don't worry about it. I was going into the CrossFit gym and getting destroyed by 50 and 60-year-olds. So don't fear failure. Join this community and be pulled along on your fitness journey, and you set whatever challenge it is that you want to set. Unless your name is Jared Steiger, then you're going to have to do the same challenge as me, because we're going to compete. All right? Perfect, guys. Thanks a lot. Again, change your environment, change your mindset, change your life. It's not about the Zac Efron six-pack. It's not about swipe up for a 30-day shred. It's about joining a community where you can feel comfortable and accountable, pushing yourself and moving slowly towards those fitness goals and the feelings in your body of body confidence that you desire. Thank you very much. Have an awesome evening. I'll speak to you again soon.
You've just taken a step forward to making a positive change in your life. That's right, you're one step closer to leaving frustration, stress, and anxiety behind. This was the Beyond the Mind podcast.
Let's apply some positive change into your world.